Hello there, this is Jam from Final Heaven, and today we're going to be talking about the aluminum panels that Star Road currently is prototyping for the Fairlady Z240Z, 260Z, and 280Z. Yesterday, we were at Star Road when the company that is currently producing and prototyping those aluminum panels were at Star Road doing a test fit of those panels on Ninoue-san's or Star Road's orange Fairlady Z. Now, while we were there, we got to see some of these panels up close and personal, and them being prototypes, they're still a long way away from production, but from what I can see and what I felt, these are going to be extremely high quality items. They're lightweight, they are made with modern technology, and it's extremely exciting to see that there's companies that are willing to do this type of thing within Japan. So you have the made in Japan quality and the expertise from Star Road, who knows the Fairlady Z chassis inside and out, giving his input on the things that should be improved. So it was very exciting to see the panels that they brought to Star Road last night being test fit on his car and watch them interact with each other and giving feedback and figuring out the places that could be improved upon. So let's talk a little bit about the company that actually is producing those panels. Now, this company is an Aichi-based company, and Aichi is the area of Japan that the Toyota car manufacturer is based. And this particular company has worked with Toyota many times in the past, and they specialize in producing prototypes. They have an extremely impressive resume in terms of the prototypes that they've produced for Toyota, and I'm just going to read through a couple of the notable ones on that list of prototypes that they've produced. Now, keeping in mind, they did not manufacture these cars, they just made the prototypes. So let's see, the first generation Toyota Sora in 1981, the Z10 Sora, this company made the prototype. In 1983, the 86 or Hachiroku 11, the prototype was produced by this company. The AW11 Toyota MR2 in 1984 was produced by this company. In 1989, the Toyota Celsior, or the LS400 overseas as it's known, was produced by this company. The FJ80 1989 Land Cruiser, they produced the prototype for that car. In 1990, they produced the Toyota Serra prototype. In 1997, they produced the second generation Toyota Century, the V12 powered and fully airbagged Toyota Century. They produced the prototype for this. And then the last two that I believe are the most notable, in 2010, the Lexus LFA prototype was produced by this company, and in 2010, the GR Yaris, the prototype, was also produced by this company. So just hearing some of the prototypes that they've made, you can understand that this is a very serious company, a very experienced company, and very high-end. The input that I heard, Inoue-san, Star Road, and this company going back and forth on the measurements that they were talking about, how detailed they were on trying to get things as perfect as possible, was very impressive to listen to. The amount of patience and thoroughness that they have when they were going through all of the different points on especially the doors. I was very impressed by that, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing what the production items look like. What they had last night were the left and right doors, the left and right front fenders, and the bonnet. This company is using modern technology to produce these classic car parts, and it's very cool to see some of the things that are different between the original items and the new items. For example, the supports that go around the outside of the inner part of the front bonnet of a Fairlady Z. On the original cars, it's very basic, but when I checked the aluminum bonnet, you can see a lot more detail and it was very cool to see those small differences that they had, and also the rivets that they used to join the panels together. It was not just the standard center punch out rivets. These were a special type that basically allowed them to bond two panels together, but there was nothing protruding on the back side of the panels, and it was very, very cool to see. There's a lot to look forward to. There's a lot of adjustments that need to be made, especially on the doors. They are trying to produce these in a way that these doors can be fit to the largest number of cars and offer the end user the most adjustability. The base that they used for production or prototyping was a Chuki car. So I believe it was a 1972 or 3 car that they used as a base for the doors. Now, the doors is the only thing that this really concerns, because the front fenders and the bonnet are pretty much the same between 1969 all the way to 1978, when the last Fairlady Z's of this generation were produced. But the doors, they have 3 different types, I believe. So the Zenki, Chuki, and the Koki. So the early, mid, and late models all had slightly different locking mechanisms, slightly different catches and things like that. So I believe Star Road made or chose the Chuki model because in Japan, at least, he believes that that's the model that had the largest number of cars made, so it appeals to the largest market. They were working very hard on figuring out what adjustments need to be made so the clearances are just right, or at least it gives you the most amount of adjustability, so when each end user gets the panel, that they can adjust to their car, because every car is different. Now, I took some video that will show what the panels look like on the car. Please have a look, and thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment if you have any other things that you'd like to see or hear about when it comes to these panels. Thanks. Once again, this is Jam from Final Heaven. Peace.
ヘムすると、落ち着きます。逆に落ち着きます。ありのこれ緊張けど、その80%さっき言ったところからさっき言った途中からそこの面置は確認します。だからこっから下ですよ。こっから下のこの面ね。でもこれは確認します。これ見ると。
Tonight we are at Star Road. We brought some green panels here to do some photo shooting for G-Works magazine to be featured in one of the upcoming issues. At the same time, Inoue-san also had a company that he's working with to produce aluminum panels come to test fit some of the samples that they created on his orange car. They dummy fit the bonnet or hood, the front fenders, and the doors on both sides. And at the moment they are working on the adjustments and what they're going to be doing before going into production. They've been working on the right door for probably the past 3 hours or so, and it appears that one of the issues is when they did the scan for the parts that they were making, they scanned the left door and mirrored that data when they did the right door. Even when the cars were original, there are differences between the left side and right side, and using data from one side of the car to produce something for the other side of the car generally means that there's some things that don't line up, and that's the issue that they're having right now. So they're trying to make adjustments and figure out what it is that they can do differently. So that's what they've been working on. Been going at it for about, what time is it now? It's nearly 8 o'clock. They've been going at it since probably about 3 o'clock. So aluminum panels, obviously not easy work, but they are working on it hard, and once it's done, it should be very, very cool. Classic Fairlady Z parts made with modern technology, targeting the market in between reproduction steel and carbon fiber parts. So should be very cool. Hope to show you guys more soon.